Welcome to Bowls, Beers, and Brawls. You got Big B here with ya. Hope you're doing well out there, fight fans. We had BKFC returning to the Mohegan Sun. Yeah, BKFC Mohegan Sun 3 is what they were labeling it. Heavyweight bout was topping the card. Incredible action here on Saturday, March 28th. Absolutely incredible card. I'm going to go through it top to bottom, the main card anyway. I heard the prelims were absolute fire. I haven't caught them yet. I'm going to have to go back and watch those myself. But for the main card, I got you covered. Cheers, everybody. We got some fights to cover. Main event, BKFC Mohegan Sun 3 was, as mentioned, was going down in the heavyweight division. We had the undefeated 3-0 Parker Porter taking on the 4-1 Haze Wilson. Highly anticipated heavyweight scrap here. Folks, picture a hockey fight without the skates. This was absolutely wild. Both clinch heavy, half tie plums all over the place, uppercuts all over the place. Absolute pure mayhem in the heavyweight division. The doctors had to step in after 3 rounds, check both fighters, and unfortunately, they did end up calling it due to Wilson's eye being jacked. TKO doctor stoppage for Parker Porter. 4-0 no, pardon me, 4-0 now. He continues to climb that heavyweight ladder. Co-main event we had going down in the middleweight division. 3-2 Pat Casey. He was taking on the 3-3 Zeb Crazy White Boy Vincent. Now, Vincent was clowning a lot here, but let's be real. Casey stayed patient, stuck with his game plan, and scored his knockdowns. I think it was 4 or 5 in total. Honestly, not the most exciting scrap for some reason, even though we had that many knockdowns. I don't know. It just wasn't very exciting to me. But nevertheless, that doesn't take away from the performance of Pat Casey there at the Mohegan Sun. Walks away with the unanimous decision over the 5 rounds. Feature fight Mohegan Sun was going down lightweight division. We had the 3-0 Rico DeSchulo. He was taking on the 2-1 Elijah Harris. Pardon me. DeSchulo came out here on fire. All gas and creativity. Gave him 2 knockdowns in the first round. Now, Harris had his moments, but, I mean, he got knocked down a couple of more times in the third. Elijah Harris, he was like the goddamn Undertaker out there. He just kept getting up. I think it was 7 knockdowns to the 5th round. TKO finish for DeSchulo. Undefeated still, 4-0 now. We also saw a featherweight scrap at the Mohegan Sun on a Saturday night. We had the debuting Harry Gigliotti. He was taking on the chiseled, grizzled, one and only Timmy Mason. Timmy Mason was 3-3 going into this one. Now, even though Gigliotti was 0-0 in the BKFC, he was 6-0 heading into this one in bare knuckles. So this was an absolutely crazy pace. Mason hitting the gas, getting the first round knocked down. The second round, it was pretty much Gigliotti's game then. He came back with a vengeance. Second round, TKO for Harry Gigliotti. 1-0 now in the BKFC. Pardon me, I think he's 6-0 now overall in bare knuckles, so he might have been 5-0. Either way, he calls for the one and only King Kai. What would have been halfway through the main card here, 4th scrap on that main card, was going down middleweight division. We had the undefeated 2-0 Gary Batman Balletto. He was taking on the 1-2 Canadian here, Adam DeFreitas. Now, DeFreitas started strong with an early knockdown, but Batman took over in the second, cracks DeFreitas, makes him wobbly, gets the second round TKO victory. Batman now sits 3-0 in the BKFC. The third fight, BKFC Mohegan Sun 3, went down in the women's flyweight division. We had both fighters debuting here. Alexandra Balu, she was taking on Taylor Dagner. Absolutely great scrap here. You know what? They have it at 3 rounds. I wish this one was a 5-rounder. You know, it was absolutely nuts. Dagner had an excellent first round, but the night changed in the second round after Baloo scored a knockdown. Both bloodied and bruised. Just absolutely amazing scrap here. In the end, after 3 rounds, we get none other than a draw. Absolutely shitty. That's why I said, like, this one should have been 5 rounds. But I don't know. It sounds like they're playing around with making the women's scraps three rounds to try and make them more action packed or something. I'm not sure. I get what they're trying to do, but in this case, it kind of backfired. Either way, though, both made a name for themselves tonight, and both of them doubled their purses. Yeah, Feldman agreed to double both women's purses, and rightfully so. Hopefully, they even get maybe a bonus on top of that. We saw another heavyweight scrap at the Mohegan Sun on Saturday night as Guilherme Viana, 2-0, was taking on the 2-2 Joe White. Holy shit. Joe White ends it in just 34 seconds with a short right hand, put Viana down and on ice. Wobbly Town, folks. Yeah, he was hardcore Wobbly Town. What an impressive first round TKO victory for White. Makes a statement, hands Viana his first loss. I mean, that was incredible, absolutely incredible by Joseph White. And opening up that main card, we had a scrap in the cruiserweight division. 2-0 Joe Peters was taking on the 1-1 Maurice Horn. Wow. Horn was in control through 2 rounds, keeping Peters at bay here until the overhand rights started. 3 right hands in a row ends the fight. Third round TKO for Peters. He sits 3-0 now, folks. And that was BKFC Mohegan Sun 3. Main card in a nutshell here, folks. Awesome fights overall. I mean, I really couldn't ask for more. We had so many finishes. What I think there was 6, 7 finishes on this main card alone. It sounded like the prelims were wild. The prelims, I mean, the atmosphere there, I understand why they keep going back. Now this, from what I understand, was the third and final portion of their agreement with Mohegan Sun. They were going to do residency, I guess is what I'm looking for. The three event I can't talk tonight here. You know what I'm saying. But this was the final one, so it might be a little while before they head back there. I mean, they've got so many other places going. There really wasn't any news on the night. They just touched on news that was basically already out there. So nothing big going on in the news for the BKFC at the moment. But hey, we roll on. April's jam-packed, and can't wait to see you all again. Till next time, everybody, take care and peace.